today on the Chat and Chew Show. So if you can change the way you look at things, the way you look at things can change too. And also on Chew.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Roxanne, and today we're making chicken noodle soup. That's right, I said it, chicken noodle soup, the classic.
All right, well, hello everybody and welcome to the Chat and Chew Show. I'm your host Betty.
And I'm Roxanne.
And we are super excited that you guys joined us today.
We are.
So as you know, the Chat and Chew Show was designed to empower you to do relationships better. And everybody can do their relationship better. So that's what we're designed to do. So excited.
Very true.
You might be wondering, what is all of this?
Yeah. What do we got going on here?
I don't know. It looks really good. So we got some orange pies. They're all orange and rust color. So we're going to find out which kind of pies these are. I do know one is pumpkin and one is sweet potato.
Which is which, though?
I don't know. It's so difficult to tell. We're going to put some close-ups so you guys can see which one is which. But I cannot wait to taste these because I absolutely love sweets, period. It don't even matter.
I thought you were going to say sweet potato pie.
Oh, no. Sweets.
I love sweets.
Any sweet.
Okay.
I'd rather eat donuts and cake. That's my problem nowadays, eating all this junk.
See, I'm a sweet potato pie person.
Really?
Yeah, I don't understand why pumpkin was made. I don't.
Well, they
Who
made
decided that we needed pumpkin when sweet
the
potato
pumpkin
was there?
farmer. The pumpkin. He's like, what are we going to do with these pumpkins, right? So they figured out. So we're going to be tasting this a little bit later and to see which one is which and which one we like better. I know, they look good. But as you guys know, the holiday season is upon us.
It is.
It's two seasons, which...
So Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is in November, and then
Christmas
is in December. Do you guys celebrate, what's the one with the green and red candles that you're supposed to put out? Kwanzaa. Oh. So these are
that was a good Jeopardy question.
It was.
The green and the red. What is Kwanzaa?
Kwanzaa, yes. So no, have you ever celebrated Kwanzaa?
I haven't. So not since probably elementary when I was learning in school what it was.
Okay.
But my family just hasn't traditionally done it, not for any reason in particular. But how about you guys?
We have not. No. Yeah, we've only celebrated Christmas. It seemed like it would be nice to add another holiday in to the mix of things, so it'd be good. But so Thanksgiving is coming up, and it's coming up really, really quick. Are you guys gonna cook? She's like, I cook for Chat and Chew every week. I'm not doing that.
And I go to my relatives, my aunts and uncles, and so my aunt and my uncle. So sorry.
Okay.
So my mom and her siblings and they all take turns with the holidays and stuff. So it's you have the veterans that are cooking.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they're go sit in the front room and wait for everybody.
Well, they'll tell me to make stuff, but it's the easier stuff.
Oh, I see.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm scared to make a turkey.
Well, yeah.
Because that's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot, but it's really, really easy. I know you're not doing meat and stuff these days. So they have too forky out there, like a tofu turkey. Did you know that?
I want to unknow it. I don't like it.
You cannot unhear this now. You can't unhear it.
I don't.
Yes. Oh, I've made one because I used to be vegetarian years ago.
Oh,
and in my vegetarian days, I made a tofu turkey.
Is it shaped like a turkey?
No, it's a block. And it comes.
It's a block?
No, this was years ago, so they might have. I know it's weird. They might have them shaped now differently, but it was literally like this, and you cut it slices, so it can be like a slice of turkey. It was just weird. So my family was not happy with me. I'm like, I'm not bringing no meat in this house. This is what we gonna eat. Don't even touch my pants. But anyway. So, all right. Well, welcome back.
All right. Good to see you.
Thank you guys for joining us today on the Chat and Chew Show. And like I said earlier, my name is Betty.
And I'm Roxanne.
And the goal of the show is to empower you to do relationships better. And
exactly.
So today we're going to be talking about a topic that I think is going to help revolutionize your holiday season. No, that's
revolutionize.
Huge. Revolutionize. I think that what we're going to talk about today is going to, again, empower you to do your relationships better, because you're going to have a different perspective on how to do this holiday season. Because, you know, this is some really bad news, but every 40 seconds, someone commits suicide.
Wow.
And it's high during November and December.
Every 40 seconds.
I know. Isn't that depressing?
That is.
Somewhere in the world, someone has said, this is too much. I cannot take it anymore.
Yeah.
And people,
Yikes.
I know, isn't that, yeah. So there are so many different reasons. We're gonna not try to tackle every single reason, but let me just say a few, some of the reasons why. Social isolation. That people, you know, maybe you live away from your family, or maybe you don't want to be with your family. And so sometimes not even talking about it with friends, they don't know. You're like, what are you doing for the holidays? Oh, I'm going to hang out with the family. But really, you're not. You're going to be home.
Alone,
Or you're going to go to McDonald's or somewhere. You're going to be alone. So this, and then, oh my, don't even start scrolling on the socials, Instagram and all that. When everybody's showing their perfect turkey.
Their best life.
Oh yeah, their best life.
Yeah.
And you're comparing your life with their life. You know, you're like, oh man, this is terrible. So social isolation is one. Grief, which I spelled wrong. Here. Oh. Roxanne's like, what is that? It's grief. You know, it's people have lost loved ones during this time, or they've lost loved ones, and they're finding it so difficult to like get over it. And so you're in this sadness because, you know, mom used to make the turkey.
You have those traditions, and it's like they used to do this thing during the holidays, and now they can't anymore. And you're reminded of that.
And then, so it's okay to experience grief and sadness. I think where people struggle is when they let themselves get into this deep hole.
Right.
It goes deeper and deeper and deeper, and then feeling like you can't even dig your way out.
Right. And then if you have some of those things coupled on top of each other, so if you have grief, and then because of that, you know, maybe you used to go over your mom's house or go over that relative's house. They're not here anymore, and then you haven't established a new habit. So now you're alone, and so you're not only missing them, but now you're alone with that and isolated with that feeling. So it's easy to fall.
I'm just getting sad just thinking about it, because I know what it's like to feel this weight on you, you know, in life, and you're like, and the holidays just make it bigger, you know. Maybe you were missing your loved one all along, and now the holidays come and it can add more. And then stress. That's another one that people experience during the holiday season. I gotta make the turkey. I gotta do this. I gotta go grocery shopping. I gotta go Christmas shopping, you know. Well, we used to work at this company where we did Secret Santa. Did you get? They call it different things now. And this one woman, and I don't even know why she was doing this, but you're supposed to do $5 gifts. This one, $5 really meant something back in the day. She was going out buying purses and big expensive ticket items, right, to give to her Secret Santa. And so, of course, whoever her Secret Santa was, they were ecstatic. Every week, I think she got something. It's a Louis Vuitton.
For $5.
And so on the reveal day, we were at our manager's house having this Christmas party. And I remember, because this woman had given out all these, like, literally expensive gifts for real. And she got her gift, and it was a pair of socks.
$5. They said $5.
They said $5.
That's what they said now.
A pair of socks. And I just can't help but think all the stress that this woman put herself through. Financial stress. Buying, because we all work the same place, so I kind of know what you make, right? The stress of it.
I know what you make.
And we all work
Come
here.
On now.
I know you ain't working at Louis Vuittons like that. Unless you got it from a thrift store.
Oh, goodness.
But yeah, so people experience the most sadness and depression and all of that during the holidays. So this is one thing that I've discovered that I think is going to be so helpful in real life. So on the other side of the break, you don't want to miss it, because we're going to find out some things that you can do that's going to help make your holiday season a little bit better.
Now,
A delicious word. Let's chew.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Roxanne, and today we're making chicken noodle soup. That's right, I said it, chicken noodle soup, the classic. I like to make this once a year and just keep it stocked away in case I get sick and need some emergency soup. And so we're going to get started by making our stock, and if you want, you can skip this step and definitely buy some chicken broth and start with there. But I like to make my own stock, and so I do that by getting a whole chicken, and I put it in a pot and put water into it just enough to cover up the chicken, and then I add to it two carrots, 2 celery stalks, and then 1 onion, and I just cut those things in half, no small pieces or anything, because we're going to drain that later. And I put that in there with some salt and pepper, and I bring it to a boil and then turn it down to about medium to medium low heat, so it cooks a little slowly and doesn't dry out. And so while that's cooking, it normally takes about 30 minutes to an hour for me, depending on the size of the chicken. So while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and cut my vegetables. And so I'm cutting up my vegetables. I'm actually cutting up the rest of my celery and the rest of my carrots, which I normally just buy a bundle of celery stalks and a medium-sized bag or bundle of carrots. And then I'm going to also cut up about my thumb size of ginger. And so I like to add ginger into this instead of, I think was normally added onion. And so I'm throwing in ginger instead. And once those things are cut up and set aside, I'm going to check on my broth, and basically my chicken stock is done when my chicken is done. So once my chicken is done, I'm going to pull the chicken out and set it aside in a place where I can pull from it later. And then I'm going to drain my stock. And then once I've drained my stock, I'm going to add to it, bring it back to a boil, and I'm going to add those vegetables that I just cut up. So I'm going to add the fresh celery, carrots, and the ginger. I'm going to bring it back to a boil, and once I get it to a boil and those vegetables actually start to get soft, and I feel like, they're just about close to getting soft enough to eat, or how you like them, then I'm going to add my chicken back in. And basically what I'm doing with my chicken is literally just pulling it from off of the bone and adding it into the soup. So it's just some pulled chicken. And then, and I use the whole chicken personally. And then once the chicken is in there, and your vegetables at this point should be just about ready, about soft enough for you, I go ahead and do my taste test, because now I have my ginger. I've seasoned my stock from when I was cooking it with the first cooking it. So I do a taste test to see if there's anything else I need to add. Do I need extra salt? Do I need extra pepper? Of course, I like to add cayenne to everything. So I'll add some cayenne pepper in there. And then once that's done, and with my chicken and everything mixed in, I'll add my noodles last. And I just use a normal bag of egg, like a regular sized bag of egg noodles. And I normally use just about half of that bag. I don't use the whole thing, because the noodles can fluff up and kind of take over. And so once I've added my noodles, really like a minute or no more really, and I can just turn off that pot, because it's going to remain hot and the noodles are going to keep cooking. They're just going to float back up. So once you add them in, you really can turn that pot back off and let the noodles cook with the heat of the soup already. And at that point, it's pretty much done. My last touch I like to add is some fresh rosemary. So I have a rosemary plant that I'm going to just take a piece off and add to it. And it just adds a good aroma to it. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time.
All right. Well, welcome back, you guys. Thank you. Wasn't that delicious?
It was. That cook is amazing.
She's amazing. No, seriously, Roxanne, oh my gosh. I've learned so much from watching you editing those cooking videos. I'm like, oh my, this is good. I'm going to try it one day. I stop standing in line somewhere, getting my food.
Stop standing in line.
Getting a sack and bringing it home. That's how I cook. But yeah, it was good. So we got some pies here.
We do.
I cannot wait to taste them.
Okay, like I said before, I am a sweet potato person.
Okay.
So I love sweet potato. I'm not sure about pumpkin, why they made it and all that.
But why they made it.
I mean, y'all let me know why.
Why? I chose the pumpkin farmer.
The pumpkin farmer. So we're going to taste one of each. So we have, I don't know if you can tell, but there's like a dark one and a light one, dark one, light. And so Betty and I are going to taste one of each and decide which one we like better.
Okay.
And then we're going to figure out which one is which and see if my taste buds know sweet potato pie when I see it. Do you like sweet potato too?
I do.
But
I like sweet potato pie.
But what about pumpkin?
I don't know if I like pumpkin because I don't. You know, you could have just gave me one and I would have thought it was. You could have
like
told
sweet
me
potato.
anything. This sweet potato pie. I'd be like, oh, okay. I don't know if I could tell the difference.
You were like, it's brown.
It's brown and look like sweet potato.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
You want to dig in?
Which one? The dark one or the light one?
Let's try the dark first.
Okay.
Ooh. What you think?
It's okay. Should I say the brand name? Who it is? I'm not gonna say who it is. It's okay. Kind of tastes.
That's interesting.
Kind of tastes like medicine, but.
Medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there something in there? Is it peanut butter or something?
Mm-mm. It's just straight. Okay. I already know. I already know what it is now.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely know. Looking good. Okay.
So what's that one?
This light one definitely is sweet potato. This is pumpkin. And the pumpkin one has a medicine-y kind of.
It tastes like, does it taste like medicine to you?
I don't know. It tastes like medicine. Is this how pumpkin tastes normally?
First of all, I just wanted another piece of my sweet potato.
I know.
So that's what I was eating on.
Oh.
So when you were tasting the pumpkin again, I was like, I couldn't tell you if it tastes like medicine because I kept eating the sweet potato.
This is definitely a sweet potato,
right?
And it is so good.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
This is the one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we know.
This one, I feel like the pumpkin has peanut butter in it.
I don't think it does. It didn't say it anyway.
Really?
You guys know I didn't make this, right? We bought them. I will tell you the sweet potato pie is the Patti LaBelle sweet potato pie. And it is really good. I don't want to say who that one is, but this is really, just in case we get a sponsorship, this is really, really good. We're not going to eat the whole time, but so you guys, tell us which one you like. You guys, is it pumpkin or sweet potato?
Yeah, the pumpkin. But you see my point, right? You're not sure why they made pumpkin either.
Now I can see why. Now, have you had pumpkin soup and all that?
Pumpkin soup? What do you put in it?
I think it's just the soup. Must be cream and all that stuff. I've had that before.
Is
that
it sweet?
Is good. No, it tastes kind of like this without the sugar. I don't know how to really describe it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't had pumpkin soup.
So I can see pumpkin being used in a savory, but not like in a sweet. So
you can see pumpkin in a savory. Interesting.
Yeah, like you would any other squash or anything like that.
Oh, gotcha. Like the butternut squash soup and stuff like that. Gotcha.
Yeah, so same thing. Yeah. Wow, I'm telling you, this sweet potato pie is good. All right, so as Roxanne is eating up the sweet potato pies, let me tell you one of the things that you can do that's going to help brighten what I said earlier, revolutionize your holiday season. And this is this. You may need to write this down. I got this from Wayne Dwyer. He's a thought leader.
Wayne Dwyer.
Oh, yeah. He says, if you can change the way you look at things, the way you look at things can change. So if I could change the way I'm looking at things, the way I look at things can change. So if you're in a situation today and you're faced with, stress and grief and all of that, and grief is really a tough one to get through. But if you can start to think about your loved one in different terms, like when I had them here, this is what I remembered about them, and times that they made you laugh, or even grab a token that they gave you and look at it and remind yourself of all the good times you had with the person, it can help you. So if you can change the way you look at things, the way you look at things can change too.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I think another big one is to show gratitude.
Yes.
I know that's your favorite.
Yeah. I love gratitude.
Yeah. So can you tell us, what does gratitude mean? What is it?
So gratitude is basically, being grateful for something. But actually,
you're full of it.
Yeah.
I like that.
But really like appreciating what you have versus what you don't. And so what I feel like we often do is focus on what we are missing, what we don't have, what we're lacking. And then if we actually realize how much we do, that list a lot of times is much bigger.
Yes.
And we don't even realize it.
Yeah.
We've just blown up. Like what we like, because whatever you focus on, of course, just looks so much bigger, right? It's like taking a microscope and like zeroing in on that thing we don't have. And if I do that, like if I zero in on a speck on this table, I'm missing the whole table.
That's right.
Because I'm focused on this speck. And so gratitude kind of like widens your focus and helps with your perspective.
For sure.
So I love it.
I've had tons of times where I'm like, we don't have enough money, we don't have enough this, or we don't, I wish it was better, I wish it was that. And I just stop right now. I've even said this to myself, stop right now and think of one thing you're grateful for. Just one thing. I'm walking. I'm grateful for that, you know? I'm about to make myself cry. My family is healthy. You know? I mean, if you could just start listening and even start with something small, like I can breathe by myself. My mom passed from lung cancer, and at the end she was on oxygen. She couldn't breathe by herself. I can breathe by myself. I mean, that's something to be grateful for. Start to look at, there are people in the world who are worse off than you, and they would gladly trade places with you. With all your craziness and all your what you think, your old car or your old wash machine. You know, I talked to someone recently, they're like, all I want is an apartment with a wash machine in it. I'm tired of walking to and I'm like, man, we got a wash machine in our apartment.
That's so true.
When you start like listing the things that you're grateful for, it lifts your mood. So far, change the way you're looking at things, and the way you look at them will change. And then show some gratitude. Not just, here's another thing too, because we'll start talking to ourselves about, you know, things that we're grateful for. But this is helpful too, and I found this helpful. If you can call or text someone and tell them thank you for something that they've done for you. Oh my God, that brightens their day and your day too.
I completely agree with that, because one thing I always like think of too is just, I don't ever want to like, I hate to say it this way, but I've been to a lot of funerals. And one of the things is like, when you see people passing away, there's no age to it. Like it's not like everyone passes away when they're old. There's no age. There's no like. There's not usually a rhyme or reason to who passes away when. So one of the things, because of that, I've just like been very adamant about how I feel about you. I want to let you know while you're living. So when I have that thought of like, I appreciate this about you, then I will send someone a text and say like, this is what I appreciate about you, and this is what's great about you. And it's like such a good feeling.
It is,
Because what it also does is take you from looking at yourself.
That's right.
Because a lot of times when we get depressed and all that, it's a very inward focused thing. And that hole is really deep when we like focus on ourselves so much. But if we're able to flip that outside and say, okay, I appreciate this, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you because, then that's something else that gives you life in another way. So
I work in different locations as a part of my job, and I was going to one of our buildings, and the people sitting behind the desk didn't know I was an employee, and they were so mean and rude, and I was supposed to be over there like 2 or 3 day period. And so day one, I went there. They didn't want to help me, didn't want to say nothing to me. Day two, I go there, same thing. And so day three, I'm saying, I'm going to be like, I'm about to tell them all. That's what I'm like, literally. They don't know I'm an employee. Right? This thought came to my head. Say thank you to the lady at the front desk. She was like, she'd done some stuff those 2 days that just really, I had the right to say something. And I went up to her, I went in there, they would barely speak. I would say, good morning. They're like, they don't want to speak. And I said, oh, I just wanted to say thank you for letting me use the copier. You should have seen the look on her face. She was like, what? Like, some other people came out of the office. They were like, what? They were just like, it was like night and day difference. I just said something simple. Thank you for letting me use the copier when I wanted to say something. From every time I saw them from then on, and hi, how are you? But I showed some gratitude even for a little thing. So maybe there's somebody in your life right now, and you're like, well, they don't really deserve for me to find something small. I like your shoes. Anything.
I do. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Like if I like something, I'm like, I have to say it.
Yeah.
Stranger or not.
I know. Yeah.
And like this one lady, bless her heart, she said, she was at work, and I was like, I really like your dress, and she's like, I know you do, because every time I wear it, you tell me that. She's like, but you genuinely like it.
Oh, that is funny. That is funny. That is
You
funny.
never know what kind of day people are having.
I'm telling you.
And so you can just brighten it up and change the whole atmosphere that way.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yes. So far, two things. When you change the way you look at things, the way you look at things change. Showing some gratitude, not just to yourself. Talk to yourself. I'm big on that. And then maybe for other people. And then I think everybody has a superpower. And I think, again, I know, really.
Sorry, I just had to.
And I think your superpower, honestly, is you showing gratitude. So here's a couple things that you could do. Say it out loud. What you're grateful for. Just say it out loud.
Got you. I was thinking I'm Black and I'm proud. That's not.
Yeah. No. It's like you can say that too. You probably need it. Another thing is big, a gratitude journal or piece of paper even. Yeah. You can just write some stuff down.
Yeah, I found that helpful to go back and look at. So have you ever found a journal and you look back at stuff and been like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it helps you today just to see what you were grateful for before. Yeah. Because sometimes it's funny, I've done that and it's been like, I'm grateful that I have my new apartment. Or something it's really small. Yeah. And now you're like, I'm so many steps further from this day. Yeah. How can I not be grateful now?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So that's perfect.
Yeah. Good. So if you want to revolutionize your joy and peace and all of that this holiday season, just show some gratitude. Just be grateful. I think that's gonna really help for you. Helpful
gratitude for you. It's going to help you.
It's going to help you. And hey, we want to hear, what's your favorite? Do you like sweet potato? Do you like pumpkin? I don't think anybody in my house would eat either of these. They would go more for apple.
Really?
I know, huh?
I mean, you can do a lot with apple though. Yeah. You can get ice cream and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Well, thanks for joining us again on the Chat and Chew Show. And please like and share. We are going to have some big old things coming up here.
Yes.
You do not want to miss these episodes. So, all right. We'll see you next time.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
This show was brought to you by the Chat and Chew Company. Music by Elwood Jones. Lyrics by Roxanne. Bring a Chat and Chew live event to your organization. Contact us at chatandchewshow@gmail.com.